What's up? I'm Ashley Moen, Holstein Association USA's Communication Coordinator, and today on the What's Up episode, we have Darren Sheffield, Holstein Association's Production Record Specialist. Welcome, Darren. So how long have you been working for the association?
I've been working for the association for just about 12 years now.
And so as the production record specialist, what are some of your responsibilities?
Well, as production record specialist, I mainly oversee the input of production data from the dairy records processing centers into the Holstein database, and then its output onto official Holstein pedigrees and other Holstein products. I also work with other issues with performance products regarding classification and genetic information, and work with some of our software programs, and especially the Red Book Plus Multimate program.
Working for 12 years with the association, what has been your favorite part?
My favorite part is perhaps some of the detective work that I have to do when it comes to probably the most common question I get asked by producers, and that would be, why are my cow's production records not on her official Holstein pedigree? There's always a lot of different answers that you can find to that question, but I really enjoy getting answers to our members because there's a lot of different things that we can find. There's some common things that we see. It's important to make sure that information on the DHI records, the pedigree information, matches what we have here at the Holstein herd book, that the sire and the dam and date of birth information matches what is on the pedigrees, so that we can, when we get those records, that it transfers in and identifies the correct animal. This is usually the first place we look. We often see issues with records with cows that move between herds, as it increases the chance that there's some sort of disconnect between the freshening dates that might be entered at those different herds. And there's a lot of other questions that we see as far as what the answer to that question is, but it's certainly the most common question I deal with on a daily basis.
Do you receive any other common questions from breeders?
Perhaps the second most common question is, what does my herd have to do to be on official test? Now, that question, just like the other one, does not have a simple answer. The concept of official test is very difficult to define in the modern dairy industry, based on the different testing procedures used on different farms by DHIA and herds enrollment in our TriStar production records program. In order for records to be publishable on pedigrees, herds have to be enrolled in one of our 3 levels of the TriStar program. Based on what information the herd is interested in, one of those 3 levels will certainly suit any herd's needs. It also matters the testing procedures used by DHIA at the particular herd, but there is not a specific number of tests in any given calendar year that matters, because each cow is figured on an individual basis. Therefore, it's a very difficult question to answer without getting into the specifics of the herd, which is something that I'm certainly more than happy to do if a producer can't find the answer to their questions elsewhere.
So where can a producer look for the answers without having to call you?
There's a section on the Holstein Association website in regards to TriStar production records that shows the different levels of the program and what is entailed in that, along with the cost. And there's also a chart that shows the data collection rating that a herd might receive based on the type of test that they're on, showing the different situations with different amounts of monthly tests and AM/PM testing, so that the herd owner can decide what their data collection rating will likely be for their cows, and where that fits in the TriStar program, and what level they may qualify for, along with whatever other services that they're interested in as far as their production records and official Holstein pedigrees are concerned.
Thanks for taking part of this week's episode of What's Up, when we looked into the production records with Darren. See you next Thursday for another What's Up episode.